It's second string, but we don't never sit the bench. Rising stars of the radio, now watch as we ascend. Second string telling the truth, there's no need to take offense. Grant Jake Logan in the booth, so you better pay attention.
Good morning, Corvallis. You're listening to Second String Sports on 88.7 FM KBVR. Back again.
Yeah, sorry, we had a little technical difficulties.
Yeah, throwing it back to our roots of the technical difficulties.
Shout out Jack Kemp coming through.
Anyways, second to last show here.
Man,
second to last show. We got a good one today.
Coming to an end. I can't believe it.
Sad. We got a phone interview today and an in-person interview. So
yes, some of you might know him on Twitter at Marvin Beaver Man. He's a social media god. He's a former Beaver alum.
Safe to say, probably the biggest Beaver fan of all time.
And we'll get more of his story coming through here in about a couple minutes here. You know, he's a school teacher in Hawaii, and we'll figure out more information about him there. So
good pronunciation right there.
Thank you.
You really nailed it.
All right, Marvin, are you there?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. Why don't you give yourself a quick introduction, little backstory of your Beaver fandom.
Okay. So tell me when you're ready.
Oh, you're good to go.
Oh, you're good to go, Marvin. You're on air.
You're golden.
Hey, what's up? Aloha, everybody.
Aloha, Marvin.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing good.
Doing good, Marvin. How about you?
Sunny day in Corvallis.
Mm-hmm. Nice and hot sunny day.
All right, cool. And I know you guys got finals coming up next week.
We do. We're getting the grind going there. I think you might know a little something about that, being a school teacher and whatnot.
Yes.
So
anyway, thank you.
So Marvin, can you give us a little bit backstory, because you know your @name is @Marvin Beaver Man on Twitter, and one of your things that's going very well for you is your selfie game is very strong, and you've been wearing Beaver gear for how long?
For 15 and a half years, ever since January 1st, 2001, when Oregon State beat Notre Dame in the Fiesta Bowl. I started the streak.
Man, that is...
And has not been broken ever since then?
Oh, of course not. I wear Beaver gear all the time, except when I'm showering. That's when I don't wear Beaver gear.
You could probably get some orange shampoo, though, to counteract that.
Yeah.
So Marvin, going off of, what kind of made you jump into Twitter? Because you really kicked it off at Storm. What made you get into this Twitter game?
Oh, okay. I'm a mild-mannered, middle-aged man, and I have 3 adult kids. 2 of them are currently Oregon State students, and my youngest one will be a freshman there next year. Anyway, when this whole social media thing came up, I told my kids, I ain't going to use Facebook. Because what the heck do I need to use Facebook for? So I never went on social media. And I just got a smartphone in 2015 when my dumb phone broke. And then my youngest son, I wasn't sure if he was going to get accepted to Oregon State, but it took him a month after he applied and he got accepted to Oregon State. And the admissions people told me there's this thing called Twitter, in which I can, say hi to him and congratulate him on getting accepted to Oregon State. So on December 2015, I self-taught myself how to use Twitter. So that's how I got on Twitter.
Now that's the Oregon State connection right there. So also going off, because sometimes when we'll get like a favorite from you, and it'll be crazy, like once after we tweet it. How often are you on Twitter?
Well, I have this modern invention called a smartphone. It's pretty awesome. You can have it by yourself all the time, and I put it on every so often, and I hit anything that's Oregon State. I like it, so I hit that save button. So I check it throughout the day.
Yeah.
So Marvin, I got a question here. Going back to this is Jeff Lowe, by the way, @GLOShow6 on Twitter. Just letting you know.
He wants to follow Marvin.
Okay.
I'm thirsty for that follow. So Marvin, you mentioned that you started this streak right after the Beavers beat Notre Dame in the Fiesta Bowl. What is your favorite Beaver sports moment in your Beaver career?
Oh, I know exactly. When we won the 2006 national championship, when the Beavers beat North Carolina, we were down in the game, and I told myself to be calm, and I laid down and I said, we had a good run, and I should be grateful that the Beavers made it to the championship game, and somehow the Beavers came through. North Carolina was batting, and we got out, of a jam. And then there's a miracle. North Carolina made an error in the 8th inning to give us the go-ahead run. And then the final out, when we got the final out to center field, that was my greatest moment. I jumped up and down. I screamed in the house. My son was young at the time. I had to pick him up from after-school care. And I was 45 minutes late to pick him up, and I had to pay a fine because the baseball game took so long. But that was the greatest moment of being a Beaver sports fan when we won our first national championship in baseball.
That's awesome right there. Marvin, we're going to go back on Twitter here. Looking at your, you can set likes, and you can like someone's tweet. As of right now, you're at 110.6 thousand likes on Twitter.
Yep, from December 2015.
That's Kardashian level, isn't it?
That's Louis Vuitton right there.
No, I have a regular job. I'm a school teacher. I teach all the time. I do my job. I have a family. I take care of my family. My wife works long hours. I do all the housework. I cook dinner. I do all these things. So it's not like I'm a bum lying around doing nothing all day.
Yeah, that's that's a dedication to Beavers and Twitter right there. So now the real question is, are you on Twitter during your school hours?
I'm not going to say that because I work in a school. I teach regular school 12 months out of the year. I don't have a summer break or fall break. It's a crazy system I work on. So I'm constantly teaching regular school. So
yeah.
I won't answer that question.
It's okay. So Marvin, what island are you on?
I'm on Oahu. Most of the people from Hawaii live on Oahu. About 80% of the population lives on Oahu. Hawaii has a population of 1.4 million, and about 1 million people live on Oahu.
All right, I'm heading to the great island of Maui here in a couple weeks. Do you have any suggestions of what I should go do?
Well, they have this great volcano called Haleakala. And you can see the sunrise up there. It's a national park up there. It's beautiful. When they, were planning to go to the moon in the late 60s, they did some testing up there in Haleakala to simulate moon conditions. So Haleakala is a must. You got to go Kihei side, Kapalua. That's the really swanky area where the millionaires go to. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And if you're just tuning in right now, you're listening to Marvin Beaver Man on KBVR.
Marvin Beaver Man.
Aloha from Hawaii.
Yep. And Marvin, you mentioned you have so many Beaver gear. Do you have a particular favorite shirt, jersey, and you're like, oh, that's my go-to, or that's my lucky shirt? Do you have one where you pull it out of your closet?
Nope, because I'm a Beaver fan. Every Beaver shirt I have is valuable to me. So I can't pick favorites because, I love all my Beaver gear. And, the way I look at it, if I'm not embarrassed to wear a Beaver shirt one day, why should I be embarrassed to wear Beaver shirts every day?
Exactly.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
So, Marvin, you said you've had the streak of about 15 years straight wearing your
15
Beaver.
plus years.
15 plus years. If you could put an estimate on maybe how many Beaver shirts you own, how many would you say?
In December, when I did an interview with the Daily Barometer, I had about 130. And I went to Corvallis earlier in May. So now I got over 140 shirts.
Wow.
How was your trip back to Corvallis in May?
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome because it renewed my faith in humanity because I walked around campus and I walked in the Valley Library and I seen a lot of smart students studying on the weekend, and I've seen so much life, in you guys, the young people. And I've been teaching middle school for 30 years. Sometimes I got some idiots in middle school, and sometimes I think you guys will never make it to college. But when I walk around OSU, it renewed my faith that, the young people are going to do good, going to get college degrees, and they're going to take care of me when I get old.
So, Marvin, you kind of mentioned it, teaching. Oh, whoops. Marvin, you kind of mentioned it. Sorry, Mike wasn't on there. Teaching middle schoolers, what's the most frustrating thing of dealing with middle schoolers? Because I imagine they're probably pretty annoying.
Oh, correct. Well, college students do stupid stuff, but middle school students do way more stupider stuff. So some of them have starting to develop bodies like adults, but their brains are still at the kindergarten level. So I have to do a lot of reteaching. I have to be patient with them. I have to tell them, that's not how you do things, because I got millions of stories of stupid stuff that they've done.
Yeah. All right, Marvin. We're gonna kick it back to some Beaver stuff here. What was your favorite favorite part of coming back? Like, did you go to a baseball game during May, and also what was your favorite experience also when you were at Oregon State?
Well, in May, my favorite thing, I got to go to a Beaver baseball game on Friday, April 29th. I saw the Beavers beat Stanford. We came back to win, so that was awesome because I never seen a Beaver game in Corvallis in over 30 years. My favorite part of Oregon State was, I guess, being able to graduate because it's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and you guys all know it. It's a lot of sacrifice and dedication. So when you finally get that college diploma, it's all worth it.
Now, Marvin, you came back in May, but do you have any plans coming up to come back for a football game or any time to visit Corvallis in the future?
Yep. My third child, his name is Evan. He's going to be a freshman there.
Okay.
So we're coming up in September. We're going to move him into his dorm. So I'll probably catch, I believe it's the Idaho State game, first game at home. I'll be there.
Awesome. And one more thing, we have a tweeter coming in from Ryan J93. He's wondering he was wondering if you guys have beef still on Twitter. If you know him by Ryan J93, you guys have interacted before on Twitter. He's wondering if you guys have beef.
Yeah, I've heard his name. What was the question? I didn't catch it.
He was wondering if you guys still have controversy or a little bad blood, a little beef between you guys on Twitter.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
All right, there it is.
I'm the happiest go-lucky guy in the world.
There it is.
You know that by all my faves. When I got on Twitter, my son said, "You can't fave tweets." I go, "Why? I'm a happy-go-lucky guy." So, and what I hate, the only thing I hate about Twitter, they always rate limit me. I don't know why, because they think I'm a robot, but I'm a human being.
You are a human. We like to treat you like a human there, Marvin.
Yeah,
all right.
So tell Ryan, I have no idea what he's talking about, because you ever meet me, I'm the most non-opinionated, happy-go-lucky guy in the world.
There it is. That's what we like to hear. Marvin, we'd like to thank you for calling in and answering some of our questions.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you, Marvin.
All right. Thanks, Marvin.
Go Beavs.
Go Beavs.
Anyway,
Go Beavs.
Go Beavs. Take care. Have a good day.
Thank you,
You too.
Marvin.
Aloha.
Have a great day.
Okay, bye-bye.
And that was the Marvin
Official
Beaver Man.
Marvin the Beaver Man tell all.
Yeah, we had to get him on to start the show because he had to go coach his middle schoolers or teach him up, coach him up.
In a way, he's a coach.
Yeah.
Coach of the minds.
Life coach.
All right, so
Yeah.
we're gonna take a PSA break, and when we come back, we're gonna have the legend on campus, Louis Bottaro. You're listening to 88.7 KBVR Corvallis. Stay tuned.
And we're back, Second String Sports, live in the booth with a longtime residential guest slash
He kind of
unofficial
started it
kind
all.
of part-time co-host. of KBVR.
True.
I think
he's
it's
the
fair to
wise
say-
one.
Too many titles to
I think-
tie down to one
I
person.
think it's fair to say Louis kind of started this whole thing.
True.
It's very true. You know, you
can be
kind
a-
of
you
you
can be
molded the
accredited.
connection between Jake and I, and look where we are now. Boom.
Okay.
It was a cultivation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A cultivation. Interesting.
Cultivated relationship.
All right.
Anyways,
I can
got-
work with that wordage.
Words are fun.
And they're fluid.
and they're fluid. You can go ahead and introduce yourself for any new listeners, Louis.
All right. So I'm Louis Bataro. I'm in the College of Liberal Arts. Had this freak out the other day. This is my 17th year advising at OSU.
Give him a soundbite.
So.
Double soundbite.
Questionable.
That was questionable soundbites.
I thought it was the cheer. I always mess it up.
Okay. Yeah. So and you guys were in class when you were freshmen with me.
Yeah.
And Jeff too.
Yeah, I was there. I mean, I'm 1 year older than them, but I was in the sports media class.
Yep. Best class we still taking yet.
Wish I would have taken that.
Yeah,
Grant's the outlier.
Grant's the only
I got
one.
into this a little bit late, but
Yeah. Who was your start advisor, man? He hosed you.
I don't even remember.
How'd you miss out
Should have
on
been
that,
you
Grant?
though.
Retake college just for that class.
Louis, I remember the first time I came up here for start, I went into your advising office and we talked about school for maybe 5 minutes and then just talked about the Lakers for an hour. And it was like, man, if this is college, this is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I represent college. That's how it is. Yeah, but I don't know if you guys knew this morning though. I as I'm getting ready, as I typically do, turn on Comcast Sports Northwest or whatever, 737 on my channel box, and
Yeah, that's right.
There's Dr. Crawford running the show.
Ooh.
Your guys'
Really?
first mentor was not, and usually he's the producer. Today he was sitting in Dusty's seat. It was Crawford and Cam in the morning.
Got the call up.
Yeah, he got the call up, and then another one of our guys, Will Darkins, philosophy graduate from Oregon State, he rolled over to producer seat. I'm sure Sprague's later on. You know, you guys are in an important lineage of excellent human beings.
As I think you said, it's the KBVR inner circle of trust.
Yeah.
Once you're part of that, and then you're in that inner circle.
That's
For
right.
life.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, so let's kick it off with some Oregon State talk. We'll talk about the sad part is Oregon State baseball snubbed, and I'm gonna say this right now.
That was a good soundbite.
A lot of the committee is going to be an East Coast bias, and they probably a lot of the times maybe haven't seen Oregon State play. Granted, we played terrible during the Pac-12 season or Pac-12, Pac-12 play. I just think the way we ended it with the sweep at the end against UCLA, and I think we were even. I think it was the last couple series there. We were 6-1, something like that. All I gotta say is we didn't play well in the Pac-12 season, but I think we deserved a chance. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Granted, it wasn't the best season we've had. Even Logan Ice, I wish we had the soundbite of it because I should have pulled that up. When they lost to Portland, I think we did play, but when they lost to UP, they said that he didn't see the fire in this team, the championship drive that's usually there, and it's interesting to say to come from a leader from the team for coming off a loss like that. So it's interesting right there. Nick, second baseman, he was out there for a few games, and I think that really impacted us towards the end.
Well, I think you touched on some good things there. I mean, we didn't play well in Pac-12 play, especially there. I mean, I think the Cal series was really the turning point where we just went down to Berkeley and we got housed, and it is a young team. You don't really have a guy like an Andrew Moore or a Michael Conforto or a guy you can really turn to when you need that kind of big hit like we've had in the past.
Yeah.
I think they will get back, but it was a bit shocking to see them not in the tournament because that's basically a given.
Yeah.
You just kind of assume, well, the Beavers are going to get in. It's sad to not have them in the tournament.
Yeah, and for I don't know Arizona State when they gave up, I can't remember they gave up so many runs in the final series that they had, and for Oregon State to be a top 10 team for most of the season It's just that it's an epic collapse.
Well, and it's frustrating too because you look at the standings and we finished 16-14 in conference, and that's the same record as Arizona State, and we have a better record than them too. We finished 35-19, and Arizona State's 34-21. So I don't know why we don't get in, and ASU does.
Yeah,
I mean, especially because of our past too. I mean, you got to assume in the tournaments, at least in basketball, that's something that gets factored in there. You know, it doesn't matter if Duke's bad, Duke gets into the tournament pretty much, automatically because they're Duke. Now, I mean, I guess I shouldn't say Oregon State baseball is the equivalent of Duke basketball, but you guys get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but I think our team is very young, so I think going forward, this is going to be a thing that they can put a chip on their shoulder and go for next year and rise to expectations.
I'd follow up on Jeff's point. I don't know that I would say that it was I want to go Duke. I might go like Roy Williams, right?
Sure.
Pat Casey is Roy Williams level of royalty in this sport. A two-time champion with multiple trips and everything else. I think that's the thing. But the conference got hosed is the bigger picture. I mean,
what was it? 5 teams? 4 teams?
I think we got 4. It was the Arizona schools, Washington, and Utah.
Yeah.
I think that was the only 4 who got in.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough. And that's the big, I mean, looking here, but bigger pictures, the whole conference got hosed.
Yeah.
Well, going into that, it is maybe a little bit of an East Coast bias thing, and you see this a lot in the college, at least in the college football playoff.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, in the Heisman voting, if Christian McCaffrey plays on the East Coast or in the South, that dude wins the Heisman.
Because everyone's awake to see that play.
Yeah, and it's really, I mean, it's not fair, and we're probably always going to have this, West Coast standing on our soapbox, watch our games at 11:30 at night, but I don't know. I mean, it kind of is what it is. There's really nothing we can do about it except for just get mad at East Coast people and laugh at them.
I think I saw that where the Pac-12 is issuing, at least for football games, where they're going to start having a lot more earlier games.
It's going to be the ones televised on the Pac-12 network will start rolling a little earlier.
Because we had so many late. Because I don't remember when we have the last day game. I think it was besides for a Pac-12 play for football.
We played UCLA. That was like a 3:00 kickoff. But I mean, we mostly. My freshman year, we had a lot of early kickoffs because we were bad. And then we got good my sophomore year, and we started getting those 7:30 games. And we've kind of been getting that 7:30 time slot for the last couple of years now. I prefer the early games, but for us, it doesn't really matter. We're not good, so we probably are going to get put into that 7:30 time slot where people on the East Coast, it doesn't matter. But for a school like Oregon or USC, you got to put them in the primetime spots to get the exposure for the conference.
I guess we just transitioned the football there.
Yeah. We kind of took it
It was
over.
a subtle transition.
But overall,
Segue.
Just to recap of the baseball, I do see Beaver baseball and Pat Casey kind of lighting a fire coming in this offseason and going into next season where we'll see him back in the playoffs.
One final point, Stephen Kwan has the best walk-up song in all of baseball.
Very true. Hit the Kwan!
Hit the Kwan. It's awesome.
You're very fitting.
All right. So I think we have some a little bit of just Beaver football news. Grant has some here with we have Beaver football recruiting.
Got a couple commits this weekend. I mean, obviously not signed or anything, but picked up wide receiver out of Chandler, which has been kind of a huge plug for Oregon State. We had
it's a pipeline.
Yeah, we have Garrettson, who's our current QB, and then Moran, who just came in this year, who's probably going to take over after Garrettson, is what it's looking like now. Colby Taylor, who is in between kind of a 3-4 star wide receiver. I don't know exactly. He has NFL bloodlines in his family. I don't know if it was his brother or dad, something like that. So he's a good pickup. And then we got in-state linebacker David Morris, out of Sherwood, I believe. And then we have Fabian Kratz, who is a offensive tackle. So who's out of state. So a couple big commits. We actually took over as far as rankings. Yeah, as far as rankings ahead of Oregon. So it's very early on, but still impressive. So
yeah. The trust the process. Well, no, respect the process.
Respect the process.
Respect the process. It's been a couple times since, or a couple months since I've said that.
True.
Respect the process. Don't know how many times we heard that during the football season, but I think it was a lot.
Yeah,
Every
it's
show.
all over.
I just want to say, I mean, any team that has like the respect the process and stuff like that, you just kind of have to know you're going to be in for a long season.
What about strength and numbers?
Oh, it's a little different. We don't have Steph Curry running around jacking up 40-footers.
Alrighty. What do we got for another segue? I guess we only
We'll
really
wrap it up with that puts a wrap on the Beaver sports for now.
Yeah.
I don't know. OSU gymnastics, break it down.
Break it down, Jeff.
We are really good at
there
women's
you
gymnastics.
go. That's the perfect breakdown right there.
Yeah, there's your gymnastics fix for the day.
Well, we can take that as a segue into some professional sports. Let's talk NBA
Yeah.
playoffs. All right, so NBA playoffs, last night's game 1 of the finals, pretty uneventful. What do you guys think?
I wouldn't say quite uneventful. Fourth quarter, yes.
True, fourth quarter.
It was good for 3 quarters.
Yeah.
And this is the thing I'm coming for, is that I would have said this even before we had this show for yesterday, but for the Warriors, you just can't. The shooting percentage, everything, even with Steph and Clay not having a spectacular Splash Bros game, it's going to be very tough for the Cavs if they just can't shoot as well as the Splash Bros. So I think we've said this before. Some of us have. We want LeBron to get that ring for Cleveland, and maybe not Jeff. Actually, not Jeff.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I hope Cleveland never wins a title.
I forget who we were talking.
Wow.
Yeah. Whoa. Wait.
We'll talk about that later. We'll let Jeff
I
have
can go
his way.
in on Cleveland.
Oh yeah.
Man, there's some hate.
All right, go in right now.
All right, look, this is my biggest
not?
thing. This is my biggest issue with Cleveland sports. It's always like, oh, poor us, we're never going to win. Except they never hire a good GM and they never make good decisions and they do it to themselves, then complain and they get this national media like, oh, poor Cleveland, we're never going to win. If you make a good football decision, like not bringing in RG3 or not drafting a million quarterbacks like Johnny Manziel when you obviously shouldn't, then you're probably going to figure it out eventually. But when you keep doing stupid stuff, you're going to keep failing. And that's what Cleveland does. And it just bothers me.
What about the Cleveland Indians?
I got no beef with them. They're
right.
never going to win anything. I got no beef with them. Carlos Santana's a solid DH.
They got Terry Francona, 2-time champ.
Yeah, Tito's cool. But again, they're not going to do anything. I mean, like I watched Believe Land and I kind of laughed. Just made me laugh. Like,
Dang.
yeah.
The hate for Cleveland sports is real for Jeff Lowe right here.
Yeah, in case you guys didn't know, this is like some deep seated like it just kind of hit me like a couple years ago. I was watching Sports Center. It's like, will Cleveland win a title? I'm like, God, I'm so sick about hearing about Cleveland sports.
Man, if we had our intern Mike right now, he can go on a
You
little.
can dig up some old Jeff tweets, probably.
Maybe, yeah.
What about?
Some old Cleveland hate tweets from like 2012.
They're probably around there.
Is it as deep seated as your fear of Peyton Manning?
Okay, first of all, it's not
Yeah.
a fear of Peyton Manning, and I would say I
haunts you.
hate Cleveland more than I hate Peyton Manning. Ooh. I don't even hate Peyton Manning. I just think he's a little overrated.
Well, you don't have to worry about him anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
So how are you feeling when the Cavs had that 10-game win streak to open the playoffs and they started trying to compare them to the Lakers?
Well, I'm not worried about that because you look at the teams they play, and Detroit was the best team they played, arguably, in that playoffs. And, like, I mean, you look at the East, and there's no one who really challenges the Cavs. So, I mean, I think, like, we did our predictions here.
Yeah.
I think we all picked, I mean, I know I picked Cleveland to only maybe lose, like, 2 games that whole playoffs. The East is just so watered down, and, good for LeBron for getting to 6 straight finals. But there should be a little asterisk that, hey, he did it in the East. He doesn't have to play the Spurs, the Warriors, the Thunder to get there.
Okay. All right. So I think
And it's not his fault, but
we may have not talked about this on air, but what would you guys think of just the 16 best overall teams get thrown into like an NCAA tournament style?
I think we did talk about this before.
Just totally pass away conference. You still keep it divisions where you're playing the teams you play them like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
But you just totally bypass the conferences.
I'm all
I think
for
that'd
it.
be very interesting. I'd like it.
I mean, I think that, the whole Warriors Thunder series, that's an NBA Finals quality matchup. I mean, I don't know. I'd love to see something like that where it's kind of just more mixed in, because it does allow for Cleveland to have to actually face someone other than Detroit.
Fair. That's a fair point. I like the conferences though. I like the way it's set up right now. The whole East Coast versus West Coast. I really like that. Yeah, personally.
I think that's, for me, the only the only problem would be air travel.
Yeah, well, but I mean nowadays, like it's not like it was in like the 70s. Like commercial, you hop on a plane and it's like nothing. The planes those guys are traveling on are ridiculous. As far as 1 through 16, I don't really want to watch the Warriors play the Pistons. Like,
true.
I mean, you got to think about that.
But that would be a first round matchup.
It'd be a first round matchup, and you got the Warriors playing the Pistons. I don't know. It'd be interesting. I still like the way it is.
All right.
Just get off my lawn. I'm like the old man. Get off my lawn. Don't change things.
That's when you have regional rivalries, and they develop, but they really develop in the postseason. I mean, Portland fan hates the Lakers mostly because they've been beaten in the playoffs.
True. But I mean, I think now, at least when I was growing up, there was actually like hate and rivalries. And I think today you really don't have many rivalries. I mean, people are trying to say Cleveland versus Golden State's a rivalry.
Yeah, it's not.
But it's not. I mean, like Golden State
met up in the finals.
Like they don't like each other, but they played in the finals.
Yeah.
And it's not like a true rivalry like it was Lakers Celtics in the 80s.
Yeah.
Or Pistons Celtics. You don't have kind of those rivalries that we as fans all want, but I don't think the players really care too much about.
That's like the whole league is that way too. Yeah. I mean, they're back at that time in the 80s and 90s, man, the Sonics and Blazers games, you could see a regular Tuesday night game in February, and it was crazy. They hated each other, and there isn't that. I mean, everybody hated Karl Malone, so that was always good when they played Utah. But
it's like, I mean, growing up for me, Lakers Kings. I would watch every time the Lakers played the Kings. I hated the Kings, still hate the Kings to this day because of that. And I mean, it was a bloodbath. I mean, it was just physical, and both those teams hated each other.
How do you feel about Peja Stojakovic?
I actually kind of like Peja.
Okay.
Peja got, after that series in 2011 with the Mavs, Peja got some bonus points in my book.
All right.
I always kind of liked him when he was playing with the Kings because he never said anything. Vlade would never shut up.
All right. So, let's side topic right now that we're in the NBA Finals. Who do you guys think right now is the face of the league? Is it Steph Curry or is it LeBron?
I think it's got to be Steph.
I think it's got to be Steph too, just from all of the coverage that, I mean, Sports Center had its whole period
LeBron
where
phase,
it was,
and now it's the Steph phase. They do everything they can to
pretty much. I don't know.
Protect and maintain.
I mean, as much as that's kind of annoying, that is a huge influence on everything, like sports. So I don't know. I think it's Steph.
Yeah, I also think it's Steph. More than anything, I think Steph is very relatable. LeBron is not a real relatable guy because how many people do you know who are 6'8", 260 pounds? Like Steve Kerr, his coach, even said it. Steph looks like he's 12. And he's got the cute kid.
He's very marketable.
He's a family man. He's very marketable. I think he is the face of the league. I mean, for me, I noticed when you got like girls who have know nothing about basketball,
they know the family.
They know Steph Curry, and they're always Snapchat. Like my sister, not a big basketball fan, but loves Steph Curry. That I think is where you can go face of the league.
Yeah,
in a way, and
you always want to look at it from a marketing standpoint too.
Yeah,
I mean, LeBron is what, 31.
32, I believe.
I believe he's 32.
Right. So I mean, we're looking. I mean, not to he's got Kobe was at 35. That was it. His physically just couldn't be.
Even at 32 with Kobe, you started to see him kind of slow down a little bit.
Yeah. So I mean, and LeBron has played just as many minutes, if not more, than Kobe at that point in his life. And so you're wondering what So they're the NBA and they're going to be thinking about who's the face, and they need to be ready to transition. Before it's D'Angelo Russell.
Before it's,
okay.
D'Lo's taking over the league. We're going to get some pretty good Laker talk today.
Yeah.
In case you guys don't know, Louis is a Laker fan.
We'll get some NBA draft predictions here soon, too.
Yeah. We got to get into that at some point. But sticking with the face of the league here.
Yeah. I think for me right now, I still think LeBron is the face of the league. But like, I will change this in maybe in a couple games because I do think the Warriors are going to win.
I think LeBron is probably the most famous player in the league, at least globally.
Yeah.
LeBron's the most famous player, but I think Steph is the more marketable one in the face of the league right now for the NBA. Because I think, to Louis' point, is they're slowly starting to phase LeBron out.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Right now, I still
definitely
think
happening now.
I think it's
And
he's
LeBron
getting
doesn't
phased
like
out.
it. Like, you can
LeBron
doesn't
obviously.
he doesn't like that Steph Curry's getting all this attention, and you can see it in his comments, and he doesn't like Steph.
Yeah.
Same.
And this has got to be his first time in the finals where he's the beloved character.
No,
outside of Jeff. Because like people would have more sentiment towards them because Golden State, you have Bulls Jordan fanatics that they can't win 89 wins. They don't. They would do that. That would tarn. The Bulls are better. Scottie Pippen's on his lawn and all that other stuff, right? And then Draymond. Everybody hates Draymond.
Yep. I think it's very true. I think during these playoffs, everyone's kind of going with the Draymond's the worst human being on the planet.
I love Draymond.
I do too.
He's a donkey.
I think Draymond's great. I mean, guys like Draymond are great for the NBA.
Yeah. Wrestling needs a villain. NBA needs a villain.
Mm-hmm. He's really turned into a villain. I'll tell you that because with a lot of high leg kicks, that's what's really turned into it.
Yeah, but Steven Adams is a racist, so it's all good.
Come on. I love Steven.
I like Steven. He did have kind of I don't know what the word is. Not a good comment after that game 2.
A poor filter.
Poor filter. There you go.
Yeah.
Very blown out of proportion.
There you go. I don't know. I don't hate the Warriors. I personally want the Warriors to win because I'm really sick of these 90s basketball players coming out going, we could beat Steph. And I know if the Warriors lose, somebody like, someone from like the 90s
Chuck.
Pacers, not named Reggie Miller will come out and be like, oh, well, we would have beat these guys in 7. Like Steven Jackson even said like our 06 Warriors team would have swept these guys. And I'm like,
False.
Dude, no, you guys would maybe win a game. People just really disrespect the Warriors, and it just makes me mad.
And the game is more pretty.
Yeah.
Their game is fun to watch.
It's the 3-point shot.
I don't know why people want to watch.
It's like the new thing.
Like, I don't want to watch 90s basketball where Patrick Ewing goes to the lane every time and gets fouled by Rick Smits. Like, that's not entertaining.
Because if you take away the 3-point shot, say we're rewind like years back, I would have to say the Cavs are going to be the better team in this game, in this series. And I would probably say, oh yeah, this is happening. Cavs are winning. But look at it where we are now. The 3-point shot has totally changed. And where I wanted to go with this is I was in Yogurt Extreme the other day. And
okay.
yeah, no, I'm telling you, I'm rewinding back. And it was another get off my lawn segment where these two older guys, like they're older. And he just goes with
like 40? What the hell's that mean?
No,
dude?
they're like 80. Maybe.
All right.
I'm putting it into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
enjoying
No,
some
you're young.
yogurt?
You're young.
Yeah,
There it is. And they're going with the 3-point shot is ruining the game of basketball.
Oh
and
my.
If anything, Bill Simmons would have something to say about that because he wants a 4-point shot.
The 4-point shot is a whole other issue that we do not need a 4-point shot. All right. You don't need to make a whole other line for one player.
True.
Yeah, it'd be essentially for
Steph's
one
the
player.
only guy who will do it, and then guys like J.R. Smith will come around, and Dion Waiters go, 4-point
All right.
shots all day.
All right, there it
J.R.
is.
Smith has more 3-pointers in these playoffs than Steph does.
All right. Well, Steph was also out.
I'm
I know.
gonna guess Steph is a little more efficient than J.R. Smith.
And more better moments, too.
I do love watching me some
Speaking of
J.R.
J.R.
Smith.
Smith, we'll talk about the bench game that happened last night as well with Sean Livingston and Barbosa, where they had a great game. But J.R. Smith, non-existent. This is something, a series that J.R. Smith should thrive on.
Well, let's get into it now. I mean,
easily.
the bench is, I think, is the key to this series. And like, I was watching the game last night, and just Cleveland doesn't match up well with the Warriors.
Exactly.
And Cleveland,
even the starting lineup.
Yeah, Cleveland's gonna try and out Warriors the Warriors, and that's just not gonna work. Mm-hmm. I think the biggest thing that the Thunder did, the Thunder made the Warriors play their style of basketball. And that's kind of the way you got to beat the Warriors. And if you're going to try to beat the Warriors with their style, good luck. It's not going to happen.
I thought the interesting thing coming into this series as well was how they were going to play their bigs with like Channing Frye and Kevin Love. And, you know, if you get on the switches, a lot of the times with the Warriors, what they do is they'll try to switch and then they'll have Steph Curry with a big man. We saw that with Steven Adams and Steph during a lot of the last series. And granted, Steven Adams, somewhat athletic, or even Ibaka as well. But for this one, I don't see anywhere where the Cavs can even get that switch and even have somewhat of an advantage. So it's going to be interesting because where was Channing Frye last night? They didn't play him, and they kind of just rolled out with either Kevin Love at the 5, or they brought in they would bring in J.R. Smith when he wasn't doing anything.
Kevin Love can't play the 5 for a whole series.
Exactly.
For the Cavs. Because, if the Warriors go small with Draymond, Draymond's just going to eat him up at the 5. Mm-hmm. And you kind of saw it a little bit last night. I don't know. If Cleveland really wants to spread it out and try and shoot, and they don't have good enough players to really do that. I should say consistent enough players. Because J.R. Smith is a really streaky shooter. Kevin Love, pretty streaky shooter as well. Kyrie, not all that consistent. And it's just not gonna work.
I was reading an article on ESPN yesterday, and they were talking about how the keys to the Cavs winning would be more of Dellavedova and more of Iman Shumpert. Not just because they're two-way players, where Kyrie and J.R. Smith are so not. Mm-hmm. They're offensive players, and so that if you switch the minute equation a little more tilted to those guys, your plus minus might actually come out stronger.
Yeah. Speaking of Delly. What'd you guys think of the below the belt shot?
An eye for an eye, a cross for a cross.
So what I think is the one thing I have a problem with is how long it took for that to get reviewed. Obviously, it's a play on the ball, but for how long that took.
Which one?
Plural. Yeah.
We talk about balls.
Remember the balls?
Tom
episode?
Brady.
Oh God! Stop.
I'm kidding.
One of my favorite episodes of all time.
We probably said balls
Upwards of 70 times.
Yeah, man.
We don't want to spiral down that path.
Yeah, that was such a long break, and Iggy got I kind of missed that. Iggy got a little salty there.
Yeah,
He did.
He was heavily salt.
Well, I mean, because there was, I think, an incident earlier in the year where he dove at his legs or something like that.
The deli dove.
Yeah.
Is that chocolate bar?
I don't necessarily remember. I don't really remember that play. I just remember seeing on Twitter. They have some history, so that wasn't the first thing. So yeah, I don't know. As far as what I thought, I'm kind of on the same page as Logan. It wasn't really that big of an issue, and it just took way too long to review. I have no idea if it was on purpose or not. It's hard to tell. Probably not. But they were, Delhi is aggravating.
I like me some Delhi. I think Delhi's hilarious.
Really? Because last year you were totally hating on him.
How can you like Dellavedova?
Yeah. Rewind it. Totally last year. I want to call you out right now, Jake. You were hating on Delhi because I was loving on Delhi during the whole playoffs of last year, and you were hating on him. Take that back.
Yeah, I've come around a little bit.
There it is. Thank you. Delhi ones. I'm going to get some Delhi ones, by the way. Dellavedova's get his own shoe. It's a
can't say that I'm a Delhi fan. Still, I haven't come around, Jake.
I don't know, Grant. You are Delhi, really.
Dang. I can see it.
Yeah.
You gonna cop some of those Delhi Chinese shoes?
I haven't seen him.
He just inked a 3-year deal. Some obscure.
I saw that. Haven't seen the actual shoe though.
Chinese peak. Yeah.
I wasn't watching the game last
Jeff will
night,
purchase.
but I'm looking at the box score. How does Channing Frye play 7 minutes?
That's the point.
Yeah,
That's a fail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's an epic fail.
Because I think that Channing Frye really should be playing more minutes right now, or playing at least kind of the same number of minutes.
The difference maker.
Well, he's a 3-point shooter, and he moves his feet, and he can protect the rim a little bit.
Yeah, that's why I was very confused. And I think that's a little shot at Tyronn Lue,
The assistant coach?
or the assistant coach. Yeah,
Tyronn Lue is the assistant coach.
LeBron's head coach.
The assistant. LeBron's head coach. I didn't get it. Where was Channing Frye?
I don't know. Well, Tyronn Lue, his greatest contribution allegedly this season has been when he told LeBron to shut the F up. I mean, that's been his tactical greatness.
True.
Allegedly.
That's a good point.
Allegedly. Jeff would tell LeBron that.
If I were coaching, yeah. I would. No, if I'm a coach.
Jeff on the street would say that.
Lacrosse Jeff would probably say that.
Yeah,
I
Coach Jeff would
coach
say
my
that.
5th and 6th graders. I don't tell them to shut the bleep up, but I'll tell them to shut up every now and then. I'll say it politely. Because sometimes you just gotta let the players know, like, look,
Give him
I'm
a
a
little
coach.
love tap,
Like, I'm
little
running
elbow
this.
to the head.
No, I don't do that. That's kind of crossing the line. I can't actually make contact with the players.
Coach Jeff crosses lines.
Bob Knight.
I yell. look, I yell. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't like yell at the players, but like, I'm easily the loudest person there. You will hear me on the field. If you know Stu Gotts, like, if you know Stu Gotts from the Dan Lebitard show,
Yeah.
I'm basically the equivalent of him.
You are a
But
lacrosse boy.
but coaching 5th and 6th grade
Yeah.
boys lacrosse. But we're not called Mad Skills. We're Team America.
Jeff, why haven't you done a segment on your team on our show? A little breakdown of the season.
I can break it down right now.
Your all-star players,
I'll break it down right now. We went 0-9.
But improving.
We did improve. We had leads. We had leads in our last 3 games, which was good. At halftime, we had leads at halftime, but kind of choked it away.
Is that a
Second half adjustments, huh?
Well, here's the thing. The boys got a little. We went down to Eugene a couple weeks ago, and we got off to a hot start. Like, we're up 5-0, and I'm like, holy crap, where did this come from? And like, we're up 5-0. Like, I'm stoked, and I hear the kids on the sideline, and there's still like 20 minutes to go in the first half. And they go, "Oh my God, we're gonna win!" And as soon as I heard, they're like, "God, we're gonna lose." Like, I knew the kids at that point were already checked out and like thinking that we're gonna win. And I had to tell them, like, "Look, we got to change our mentality here because there's still like 40 minutes, guys." And sadly, we lost.
is it safe to say Coach Jeff is not getting that contract extension? Or
Well, I would give myself the extension purely.
yeah,
I would extend myself. I would extend myself. Think of it as kind of like. I mean, if Brett Brown can get a 3-year extension with the Sixers, why can't I?
so you're the tank coach.
We're not tanking. We just didn't have enough time. Like, lacrosse in general is just a technical sport, and we had we had 2 weeks to practice, and I got 3rd and 4th graders on my team playing against 5th and 6th graders who have never played lacrosse before. I love them to death. They're great players, but you put them in a tough spot when they're playing against 5th and 6th grade kids.
We should have got one of your players for an interview. Your
They're
all-star players.
probably in school right now.
Yeah, true.
I don't think I can get them
They
out
can
of
call
class.
from the bathroom. They probably got cell phones.
Coach, yeah, they do. They all have iPhones. I'm like, dude, you're in 4th grade. Why do you have an iPhone?
To text mom to get him to get picked up at Crystal Lake.
Dude, get him a flip phone from Walmart or something.
We just put up on the poll. Do you guys care to hear about G-Lo Show's lacrosse team? Yes or no? So,
I'm gonna
I'll
vote.
vote yes.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I can go for days.
I'll vote
lacrosse
yes.
team.
We just want to see what the public has to say.
Marvin will vote yes.
Marvin should vote yes. I miss Marvin.
If you want to watch our practice, final practice today, 4:30 to 6 at Corvallis High School. We're gonna put on a little scrimmage.
You gonna have some fun with them? Let them do anything they want for their last game?
I don't know about anything they want because whenever I ask them, like, hey, like, what drills do you guys want to do? They go, oh, I want to do capture the flag. I'm like, I'm not a PE teacher. We're not doing capture the flag today.
Capture the flag.
Yeah. I'll give them some free reign. I'll probably just scrimmage and call it a day.
Find a hose, slip and slide.
Ooh, that'd be a good one. I don't know if Corvallis High would like me doing slip and slides on their turf,
But you're Coach Jeff. You can do what you
would be
want.
pretty cool.
Hey, we're graduating. Why not?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
Well, it's not. I guess it's more Corvallis Parks and Rec. Again, though, I'm probably never going to deal with them again. So maybe I should get a slip and slide.
I vote slip and slide. I'd attend.
It's my
The
vote.
kids would love it. It's going to be hot today. Oh, not as bad as tomorrow. Tomorrow's 100.
Yeah,
man.
tomorrow
Yeah.
we're not doing anything. Tomorrow I got a little coaches meeting. Got a little pizza coaches meeting.
Oh, it's going to be 88
1
tonight.
o'clock. 88 tonight,
88,
man.
88 at 5 o'clock.
Jeff, how many plays do you set up during your lacrosse team?
None. So here's the thing. I went into it. I have an offense I would run. But we can't really pass. That's kind of an issue. So the whole offense is basically the kids who can kind of get the ball and pass. They can maneuver it and they'll cut, and I'll just have kids cut. Most of the time it's just kind of someone gets it and they go ISO and just kind of goes. They kind of go to the cage.
You got some Kobe's on your team.
Well, they're kind of all they just don't run with their head up, and I'm okay with that. I tell them shooters got to shoot, man. Shoot till you're hot.
Do Do you have them set screens? Can you run a backdoor pick?
I try and
picket fence?
So here's the thing. I try to do that, but the kids don't understand screens. They do moving screens. And I got a kid, Jacob, who is a great attackman, but when he goes to set screens, he'll throw a little elbow, which I like. He got a little dirty player in him, plays a little hockey, but he'll always set these moving screens and then throw a bow. Surprisingly, it has not been called for an illegal screen. But we do try to do some like screen and rolls, a little 2-man game.
There it is.
I don't know if people are finding this interesting, but
That's why it's on the poll.
There's many fans listening right now.
All of us.
Tualatin or Corvallis Youth Lacrosse.
I actually
Big
did
fan
play,
base.
I did play Tualatin lacrosse. Their coach was intense.
Wait, you actually played Tualatin Lacrosse?
Yeah, I went up to Canby a couple weeks ago for a tournament, and Tualatin was intense.
What's his name? He might have been my coach.
I don't know. I met him and didn't really remember his name.
Those darn Timberwolves.
He was intense, like yelling at his players, like, "Come on!" And just he got into it, and I'm like, dude, they are in 5th grade. You really think this yelling is working right now? But shows what I know. We lost 11-0.
Slaughter. All right, well, we're going to take a quick PSA break, but when we come back, we'll have some more NBA talk, a little NBA draft talk. Stay tuned. And for those of you that have listened so far, you can hashtag Second String Sports or tweet at Second String KBVR to chime in about anything we've talked about so far or anything you would like us to talk about. Coming up, got about an hour left. Second String Sports. Stay tuned. And we're back. Second String Sports. Back in the booth. Finishing off the show here. We got a little more NBA talk to get into.
All right, so if people don't know, Louis Bataro is in with us right now, if you're just tuning in. And he's also a big Laker fan.
In the presence
Yes.
of the LA Insider.
I'm so
Who
glad
is
to have
wearing
another.
a Dodger shirt for anyone on Ustream right now.
So
Or
glad to
Dodgers
have another.
jersey, my
I got a
bad.
Dodger jersey with the shirt on underneath.
So yeah.
So we talked about it with Eubanks last week, but we have to bring it up again. NBA draft coming up. So for you Laker
In 2
fans
weeks,
over
next
here,
week?
what is
2
the
weeks.
best
2 weeks.
outcome scenario that you guys see right now?
Best case scenario?
Best case
best
scenario.
case
You
scenario.
trade the
Like
trade
reality, like grounded in reality, or like we're gonna end up with like
Paul
LeBron
George.
and Paul George and
Okay,
Kevin Durant,
chill.
because that's ridiculous. But there's those people out there that
Kevin
believe
Durant
that way.
If you go to Twitter, you can find so many Laker fans. You can find so many Laker fans. I follow them that are like, "We're getting Durant," like, and
we're
they're
trading
all,
for Boogie, and
yeah,
we're,
they're all in on these like Laker conspiracies. Like, we're gonna build a super team in a year.
Yeah, because it worked so well the last few times when we brought Karl Malone in.
Yeah, Karl Malone I think played 2 games and then got hurt.
All right, so realistic situations.
Draft.
Realistic. Okay,
Realistic.
So the draft, I think we're going to get Ingram. I don't think it's
Is
going
that
to be
something
Simmons.
that you're wanting?
I think Ingram is an excellent prospect.
So who would you rather have
If
right
you
now?
had the
though?
first pick.
Ingram, or
Yeah.
if you had the first pick, who would you rather have, Ingram or Simmons?
Well,
Or a
okay,
wild
so
card.
Simmons, I think, has the potential to be the better player. Ingram fits the current people that are there.
Exactly.
Now that doesn't mean if Simmons were there, then I'd figure out, okay, what can we get for Julius Randle, who I like. I like Julius
Similar-
Randle very
similar
much,
players.
but they play the same position in that way. And we also have Larry Nance Jr. So it's like we'll have 3 power
Solid
forwards.
player, Larry Nance, by the way.
Yeah.
solid pickup in the 2nd round.
So if you get Ingram, now you've got some versatility in your front court with 3 different players, 3 different forwards. But then so Jeff and I, we actually saw each other. I think it was a couple weeks ago out at Crystal Lake, and we probably had a good 45-minute Laker love fest. And
Yeah, we did. I was coming back from a practice and I saw Louis in the golf cart. I got to stop and talk to Louis, and we broke down the Lakers there for like a solid 30, 45 minutes. Basically the best and worst case scenarios with what the Lakers could do.
So I'm not up for trading assets because the Lakers have $60 million in cap space.
Yeah, 63.
So who did they go
actually.
after in free agency? That's also a good question.
Because that's really where it needs to be. There's so many different possibilities. Like, let's say Golden State's hungry for Kevin Durant, and they got to clear space. They got to clear space to make it happen. They're going to have to trade Andre Iguodala. I'd take that guy. I'd take him back into the cap space for a 2nd round pick in 2028. Right? I think about the cap space as being an asset. I like Joakim Noah. as a center.
I've heard a lot of Portland fans saying they
Blazers,
like
yeah.
Joakim Noah.
Joakim Noah's a leader.
Yeah.
Joakim Noah doesn't need the ball in his hands. He's a rebounder and a passer.
I think any team would appreciate to have a Joakim Noah
I
on their
think
team.
Noah would fit really well on the Blazers.
I think so
Grant
too.
Logan, what do you
I think him and Damian would get along really well.
You'd rather have him than Dwight, wouldn't you?
Oh, 100%. But
Yeah.
I'd rather have Hassan Whiteside than Joakim Noah, though,
I mean, and someone
That's
else.
fair.
which is also another high rumor right now. But
I mean, even someone else we talked about, like an Al Horford type guy.
True.
I mean, Al Horford, Joakim Noah, I think either of those
True.
fit pretty well in the Blazers.
And they're the same age,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and those
yeah.
guys are champions. They
Exactly.
won in college twice. So
they're hungry. They know.
There's that. So, Whiteside's a better fit for you in Portland than he is in LA.
Well, yeah.
Because in Portland, he's not the man. Dame is the man. He comes to LA, he might think he's the man, and he can't. I don't think he's man worthy.
You
yet.
can't do that. Yeah.
So that's the thing. I don't think you guys need to break up your front court. I really don't.
No, I don't think Portland really needs to do a whole lot.
Other
Really.
than re-sign Harkless,
Yeah,
re-sign Crab.
pretty much just re-sign their guys.
Gerald's gone, though. I think.
I think you can live with
Yeah.
losing Henderson. I like I said when we had Mike Barrett on.
Mo's the big
I think
one.
you go
Mo's
after
the big
go after
one.
Kent Bazemore to replace
Ooh, yeah,
Gerald
yeah,
Henderson.
yeah.
Kent Bazemore.
That's
Kent
the-
Bazemore's going to get paid, though.
That'd be great.
Question that rattled Mike Barrett a little bit.
Yeah, I did kind of rattle Mike Barrett a little bit with
No
the Kent
comment from
Bazemore.
Mike, yeah. But
Hey man, I'm just trying to create news on our side here.
Truth.
Trying to get some Twitter
Truth.
Twitter views. Didn't work.
Didn't work.
No, I tried to bait him into talking about Kent Bazemore, and he
couldn't
was
answer.
he was a wily old veteran. Knew I'm not touching that with a 20-foot pole.
Remember when the Lakers had Kent Bazemore? They got him from Golden State.
He was awesome.
And he blew up. He had like a great 20-game run for him
Yeah.
down the stretch of the D'Antoni era.
Oh, speaking of
Yeah.
D'Antoni, we'll bring up D'Antoni here in a little bit.
And then
the
they
Pringles
let him
man.
go because they were going to sign some guy they didn't get. And then he blossoms in Atlanta on a cheap 2-year.
That's basically the story of the Lakers these past couple of seasons.
Ed Davis.
Ed Davis, another guy.
my man.
Ed Davis went to Portland. Yeah, my man.
Yeah. Lakers are sitting there. Oh, maybe we can get LaMarcus because we're going to show him these spreadsheets of 1988, and then Ed Davis.
Dude, that's what it is, though. Like,
Oh, yeah, I know.
like I wish I could say Louis lying about this stuff, but that's how it actually goes in these free agent meetings. It's a joke to have Jim Buss sit down and present like, "Hey, come play for the Lakers. My dad used to own the team.
we have a Hard Rock Cafe.
We have a Planet Hollywood too." Like, oh God, it's just frustrating watching that guy run the Lakers.
But it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
Well, Jim Buss did say 2 years ago if the
Yeah.
Lakers don't win a championship, he's going to step out. He will no longer run like the day-to-day operations or be a GM it'd be player personnel decisions. He'd stay on for day-to-day stuff. So, in a year Jim Buss is gone, so that's good.
Hey, Portland fans, if you guys end up losing Gerald Henderson to free agency, I got a backup guard we can trade you. 2, actually. You can take your pick. You can either have Lou Williams
No
Oh,
thanks.
God.
or Swaggy P.
I'd rather lay my head under a tire.
Yeah, I agree there.
I don't think there's anything that rivals Jeff's hatred for Nick Young, though.
That
could be a whole show
I
in
got a
itself.
lot of hatred.
All right,
on
bring it out.
Sports.
Bring it out.
And Nick Young's one of them. It's kind of like the who does Jeff hate day, I guess.
I like
it. No, Nick Young should not. It honestly sickens me to watch that guy wear the purple and gold, because this is gonna sound really gas baggy and Laker, being a Laker homer, but there's a certain level of just players like Nick Young just don't deserve to wear the purple and gold for the Lakers.
How I'd feel if Dwight came to Portland.
You're gonna look back and go, oh yeah, Nick Young played for the Lakers.
A little blip in the timeline.
That guy.
It's like Adam Morrison, man.
No, but Adam Morrison's great because
Adam's a legend.
Adam Morrison
Champion
actually never
legend.
wore a jersey. He just wore a suit.
He was hanging
and
out.
he got 2
He
rings.
warm warm-ups
suited
a
up.
lot,
That's true.
But-
He was in the warm-ups a lot. Yeah. I mean, Adam Morrison has the same number of rings as LeBron. I'm just
Well,
saying.
he was, if you're at the Kobe farewell, who knows? You're a legend.
DJ Benga.
Dude, Kobe loves DJ Banga.
I love DJ Benga.
I did too.
Gary Payton II, legend. At the Kobe farewell.
True. Got a lot of screen time.
Yeah.
Maybe. Very, very surprising there.
Anyway, we're not going to get into the Nick Young hate because there's a lot of stuff that I can't really say on the radio about Nick Young. Going back to the Lakers and what they should actually do in free agency, I think you brought up a good point with the Warriors going after Kevin Durant, which is going to force someone like a Barnes or an Iguodala out of Golden State. And I think that'd be great if you're the Lakers to get a guy like Harrison Barnes, who's going to have, possibly 2 rings, at least 1, bring in some veteran leadership. And from what everybody says, he's like the most mature 23-year-old you'll ever meet.
And he's going to know what Luke's going to try to implement too, which is huge because Luke Walton's going to not do the triangle, which is crazy.
Which is great. I think it's great that Luke isn't going to do the triangle. I think we need to step away from the Phil Jackson era of the Lakers, but I think you also got to go get a big, and I think they'll look at Biyombo or Ezeli, and I'd love to get Biyombo. I think Biyombo is also only like 23.
Yeah.
And you get Biyombo and you get Harrison Barnes, you're not making the playoffs, but you're probably winning 30-something games. You're at least going to be better than you were the last 2 seasons.
And be young and grow together. And eventually we're going to have to give up these number 1 picks for Steve Nash, retired out of the league. Dwight Howard, but they still haven't even given a pick. They owe Orlando a pick still for the Dwight Howard trade.
Oh, man.
After they can't trade it until 2 years after the Nash pick.
Such classic Mitch.
It's awesome. Well, yeah, but you know what? You were happy when we traded for Dwight Howard.
Oh my God, I saved the LA Times that day. I'm thinking like, oh my God, this is the new era, and I have it at my house still with Dwight Howard holding up the Laker jersey.
My best friend from college is a Laker fan. I went online and I ordered him a Howard shirt and me a Nash shirt.
Oh God,
remember that
it's
Sports
probably
Illustrated
available
Nash
at
and
Goodwill.
Howard? Yep.
man.
Yeah, it's probably still down at the local Goodwill.
That's rough.
My Lakers Nash shirt.
Speaking of Dwight Howard, we can use that transition a little bit into the Rockets with the statements that the Pringles man made recently about
I think
Dwight Howard being
Grant had something.
one of the best
I
players in
just
the
wanted
league.
to call
Still,
him the Pringles man.
well, he is.
That's good.
It's true.
Yeah.
Worst coach in NBA currently.
You say Mike D'Antoni is the worst coach currently?
Jeff Hornacek.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. The Philly guy's got to be pretty terrible.
Yeah, Brett Brown.
Brett Brown, I wouldn't say that he wouldn't be. I honestly don't think he's a terrible coach. I think if he gets the right talent, I think he can be put in a situation where
To
he
be
can be a
fair,
decent coach.
you're a Spurs homer, and Brett Brown was a Spurs assistant for the longest time.
Okay. Well, Byron Scott's not coaching again, so that
Caught me.
eliminates him. Byron was terrible for the Lakers the last 2 years.
Yeah, Byron was real bad.
I'm not going to mentor my young people. I'm just going to yell at them.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Anyways, Howard is all but out of Houston, if that wasn't already established before bringing in D'Antoni. So I don't know. And I think I read something on Twitter. D'Antoni shaved his mustache, so no longer as much
Clean
as
shaven Mike.
I haven't actually seen it, but that was a whole Twitter uproar.
Disgusting. But yeah, Rockets are going to be probably another train wreck.
Yeah, but
Another trash segment.
Harden will get 35 next year.
Oh, he's getting more. Yeah, he's getting 35 a game.
Trevor Ariza, probably
getting a lot of threes in there. Even Patrick Beverly, you're going to see his assist numbers go up there. But you're not going to see a lot of wins. I'll tell you that.
Did you
40
guys,
and
It's
42.
awesome.
Did you guys see Patrick
awesome.
Beverly's tweet last night where he quoted the deli, hand hit? He said, "But if this would have been me, ...
He probably would have meant to do it. So
Well, he is the Somalian pirate out of what was the movie called?
Captain Phillips.
Captain Phillips. I am the captain now.
I like Muse, but I don't like Patrick.
yeah, well, we still are on our Rockets salty
Yep.
wave from a
Always
couple
will
years
be.
ago.
I don't think anybody likes Patrick Beverly.
True. I don't like any of the Rockets. so-
Somalians.
Trevor Ariza is the only likable Rocket, right?
Yeah, only because he won 2 rings with the or one ring with the Lakers. But I like, Trevor Ariza, Jason Terry. I don't mind.
Was
I
it-
like Jason Terry. I like the Jet.
Wasn't it Trevor Ariza who had the guy slide into his DMs and say, "Hey, ready to fight and throw some hands?" And he goes, "All right, where's your address? I'll be there soon."
That was actually.
Yeah, wasn't it Trevor Ariza? I don't know. That's going a little too far.
I'm not entirely sure how that ended up. I'm really curious.
Yeah,
But I do remember that.
where's the World Star on that?
Yeah, seriously.
Where's TMZ?
We got Google for a reason.
Also, if anybody's curious, I'm adding up our playoff points from what we predicted a couple weeks back. So if you don't hear me talking, I'm really researching on what our points is. Only if we had our intern Mike, who's really failed us here in the past couple weeks.
Is he going to class or something?
We don't know.
We don't know.
He might have class. We'll say it.
Sleeping.
Mike might be a little banged up.
Let's just say my mom made 5 of these hats. One was for Mike. If he's not here for the grand finale episode, might just have to go on eBay. Ooh. Or auctioned off to,
All right,
to the biggest fan.
how much do you think we could get for a second string?
No,
hat?
we should do it. We should do a giveaway on Twitter.
I would say Marvin.
That's a good one, actually.
Marvin
I'd be down to give one to Marvin.
Yeah, we'll do a giveaway on Twitter. Actually, we should do a contest on Twitter.
That'd be funny.
Yeah,
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of
kind of
speaking of Twitter and kind of bets, there's a tweet that was brought in saying that.
Oh yeah,
because I'm wearing my Dodger jersey. If you're watching on Ustream right now, Logan's got his Yadier Molina jersey, which is just
they can see.
Atrocious.
They can see.
And I got my Dodger jersey on. A Twitter fan, aka my girlfriend Haley, said Louis, you should create a bet between me and Logan because we don't really like the Cardinals around here, and you're a Cubs fan, you got to be the impartial.
Wait, what's the bet?
I don't know. It's up to Louis.
Oh,
I got to come up with a wager,
a
situation based on final standings between these two teams.
Ooh, I like that.
I mean, I don't know if I like that.
I like that.
I don't know. The Cardinals offense is good, but your pitching's horrible.
Yeah, they've been banged up, especially if you don't have a. Are we getting to baseball right now? Because we really can. I think we're
getting into baseball right now.
All right. So if you don't have
Jake, you can just sit out for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. So if you right now for the Cardinals, so a healthy Wainwright right now is
a unicorn in a forest, man.
And we already had Lance Lynn to be banged out, or because he had Tommy John over this last season. The pitching's struggling, right? And Waka, he had a good month of what are we in May, and same with Carlos Martinez. But now coming in, May, June. Yeah,
this is June.
Yeah. So I'm getting my months.
It's the fourth of it.
When you don't have school, here in the past couple months, you just kind of, living life. You don't really look at what the days are. But I would have to say that yes, this is the Cubs season, and it's looking pretty definitive that the Cubs are probably going to get at least I'm going to say over under 99 wins. Where are you going to push it at? I'm pushing it over.
I will push exactly that they get.
You're
99.
going 99.
I'll take it.
You're taking the push?
97 last year, and they're better.
Okay. Well, 2 wins is better than last year, right? So technically, I'm not wrong.
No, I think I saw the other day. They're on pace for 111. Now I don't expect that.
Yeah, they won't get that.
But I'd say 104 is a reasonable.
Wasn't it the Mariners a few years back? They had
they got 116.
Yeah,
but it doesn't matter. I mean, it kind of goes back to this whole Warriors thing. If the Warriors don't win the title, these 73 wins essentially mean nothing.
Yeah, a lot of people during the start of the season they were predicting that it was going to be the Cubs and the Astros, and right now you're only getting one. The Astros are fallen with Dallas Keuchel this season has been a real puzzle.
But I'm looking at them right now. They're 8 out. They've won 8 out of their last 10. They're only
picking it back
they're
up.
only 7 back.
All right,
seven out with Houston's
Mariners.
7
Mariners
back
are not going to win that division.
You don't think they will?
No, I came to the conclusion a long time ago the Mariners will never win a World Series because they get players like Adam Jones and A-Rod, Ken Griffey Jr., Randy Johnson, Edgar Martinez, and then they trade them to the Yankees. And they're just never going to be good. They had Jason Varitek and Derek Lowe, drafted him, traded him to the Red Sox. Well, drafted Adam Jones, traded him to the Orioles.
They've changed their front office, though, this past season.
Yeah, to Jerry DiPoto, the guy who used to run the Angels.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did the Angels do? Okay, they'll go 500 for the next 5 years and not fire their manager.
One thing about the Angels that puzzle me is the pitching staff for the Angels.
They're bad.
Yeah, and they recently lost Garrett Richards, for probably another
Tommy John.
No, 'cause he didn't actually opt to get the surgery.
Yeah,
He's going to rehab it.
Yeah, he's gonna rehab
but
it.
then what's going to happen? I think. Well, actually, I do believe that Tanaka last year. I think he did that.
Yeah.
I think he did too. Actually, that sounds right.
Yeah, but overall, let's see. Cubs. What's your prediction here? What is it? Is this the year, Louis?
Well, they should roll. Okay, now this is funny because you guys have known me as Cubs fans the whole time. This year, so many random folk will walk into my office and see, oh, Cubs, you're a Cubs fan. It's like, yeah, that's been there for years. We've had these conversations, but now it's like this is going to be your year. People say that it's kind of cool to mention the Cubs now.
It's too early. Like it's June. I would love to see the Cubs win a World Series. It's kind of the last great sports story out there.
Right.
But it's June. It's real
It is real
early.
and anything can really happen. Injuries.
Well, look at last year. The Mets were, I think, 500.
And they traded for Cespedes.
I went. I remember I went to New York last summer. Saw the Mets play the Dodgers in New York, and the Mets were they were in third place in the East. I'm like, oh, whatever. The Mets aren't that good. And then they go on this run. They get Cespedes.
Yeah, the pitching staff for the Mets.
Yeah, and the pitching staff just takes off. So I don't know. There's a lot of time here. Going back to the bet though, I did look. Dodgers and Cardinals have a similar record. I'm willing to put that on the line.
All right.
Who has the better finish?
There it is.
But we need terms now.
And the challenge is that you guys aren't going to be living near.
Yeah, but we have the internet.
You have the internet.
Yeah.
Now, where do you're going to be in LA?
I'll be moving back
You're
home.
going to be in Portland. Is there a food exchange? Is there a beer exchange?
I'll be coming up to Portland at some point. Come to Corvallis.
You'll be in
at some
Corvallis
point.
probably for a football game, right?
Yeah, I'll come up for a football game.
We're making Jeff do several appearances.
Yeah, I'll be up here.
Okay.
Who knows? We may make an LA
Yeah,
appearance as well.
of course.
There may need to be there's a purchase, maybe wearing an outfit out while going out.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Right. One end of the loser has to wear a t-shirt
Here it is.
designed by the other.
I hear it is.
That could get bad.
That could get real bad.
Ooh, I like a t-shirt design idea.
Make it sports focused, so it doesn't have to go. You could.
Yeah.
Let's be PC here.
Well, why don't we get Jake and Grant's input here? Seeing that this is a second string sports bet.
You wouldn't want me designing a shirt.
I'm ready for it.
I don't mean
Ooh, I got this. Jake just perked my interest. Loser has to have a specialized shirt designed by Jake.
That'd be bad.
Oh, I'll help Jake with that too.
Yeah, there it is. You
All right,
guys
designed by
get to
Jake.
customize a terrible shirt that
Does
we
the
have
shirt
to wear.
have to go up in a social media post and
Yes.
wear it in
Yes.
public for 24 hours?
Yes.
for a night.
A night?
Like go out.
The night that you hang.
Yeah.
The night that you're back in Corvallis. Okay.
Yeah.
So
This is get very interesting.
basically, what we're saying is, if I lose this bet, we're just gonna hang out and watch Sports Center all night, and then I'll wear the shirt.
Nah,
We're going out.
We're going to every
and
bar.
You're not staying in our house, so
You'd sleep on the streets.
yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
So do you guys have post college living situation? Is this?
I officially do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Right.
I'll be back in Portland for sure.
Same.
Living at home for a little bit and then figuring
Same.
it out.
I'm same as
Got
Brent.
it. Yeah, yeah.
And Jeff, same in LA.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, boys.
LA is mighty expensive, and I do not have the money to go live on my own in LA.
No shame.
Yet.
Yeah. Yet.
Till you hit the lottery and you're LA Playboy Jeff.
If I hit the lottery, I'm just gonna buy season tickets and hang out and just go to Dodger games, Laker games. I'm probably not gonna do anything too extravagant and exciting.
Rams games?
No.
You said it's
No.
No, I'm not getting into this Rams hype. I'm actually.
He would just jet up to Seattle.
You hate Jared Goff, huh?
I don't hate Jared Goff. I don't hate Jared Goff.
Mike's sister
yet.
does.
Yeah, Mike's sister does. The
Fun
fact.
fact. Our intern's sister went on a few dates with Jared Goff. She missed out.
I have heard
Big shame.
Jared Goff is supposed to be a really nice guy, because I had a couple buddies who played for Cal, and they all said Jared Goff's a super nice guy. So I got
According
nothing.
to her, it's the opposite.
Well, I don't know her. No, my whole thing with the Rams is I am a Seahawks fan, so I'm more excited that it means Seattle comes to LA once a year. I could care less about the Rams being in LA.
Is there any possible Seahawks scenario that could bring back the old faithful Jeff Lowe Seattle Seahawks tattoo bet? Can I just say, like, when the Seahawks lost the Super Bowl, I almost cried just for not for the fact that we lost, just the fact that would have been the best Beaver Sports Show / second string segment.
Yeah, that would have been pretty
to ever
good.
exist in college
Radio,
college media.
You would have had to get a tattoo.
So yeah, if people, we'll kind of run it back here so
If they
people
did
let this know.
Yeah.
So Seattle won the Super Bowl in 2013, and after they won that, Jake and I we were doing the Beaver Sports Show back in Snell, and it was,
It was
right
like fall term. It was early.
No, it would have been winter term.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Because
true.
it was right after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So it's right after the Super Bowl, and we're messing around before the show, and Jake goes, "Jeff, if the Seahawks win back-to-back Super Bowls, will you get a tattoo?" I kind of thought about it, and I'm like, yeah, why not? Let's do it. So I made the bet with Jake. He had a video. I don't know if he still has it, but he had a video for evidence.
It's on my Instagram.
Yeah, I
Go
think
look
it's
it up.
actually on Instagram. So if you want to go find that on Instagram, you can see the original tattoo bet. So we did make a tattoo bet that if Seattle went back to back, I'd get a Seahawk tattoo.
With Jake?
No, just me.
I would have
Yeah.
filmed.
Jake,
I
yeah,
thought you
Jake.
said with Drake.
That would have been pretty cool, but no, I don't think Drake's making a guest appearance to Corvallis anytime soon.
I'm getting a Seahawks tattoo.
Yeah, basically what it came down.
What were you gonna say?
I was saying, if the Seattle Seahawks win back-to-back Super Bowl championships, I will get a Seattle Seahawks tattoo.
So
There it was.
That was my voice.
That was the video.
Yeah, and I came one play away from getting a Seahawks tattoo.
Thanks, Pete.
You had one job.
That would have been the best.
True. I
That
really
would've been
wish
my
that would have
favorite-
happened.
My favorite thing of all time.
All right, well, we can make another tattoo bet. I know my mom. We got into a tattoo bet. At
We
one
did?
Point.
Your mom got into
My
it.
mom got mad. She's like, "Why would you
Really?
make a bet about getting a tattoo? They're so stupid."
Did she know about that original Seahawks
Oh
tattoo?
yeah,
bet?
I told her. She knows. But I'm my own man. My mom can't tell me what to do.
True.
You're an independent.
I'm an independent 23-year-old man who's living with my parents. Basically, I will make a tattoo bet on something.
Okay.
It's just got to be worth it. It's got to be worth it.
We could all get a tiny second string tat.
Let's do it.
I'd do.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's put it on our backs.
There it is. We're doing it.
Let's bro out.
Are we
Go get some
actually?
tats, guys.
I would get it tiny somewhere. I actually would.
I'll come back up for a football game. We'll get it set up. We'll go get second string sports stats.
At the High Priestess?
No, we'll go in Portland.
True.
We don't need to.
I
do
don't
it here.
trust Priestess.
Yeah, I don't trust Corvallis tattoos. Logan looks a little rattled.
Logan's a little scared of this.
I was trying to add up the points, and you guys were just distracting me, and I just couldn't focus on adding up the points.
Logan,
I kept messing up.
What's your guys' opinion on the tattoo?
I'm down to get a tattoo with the second string.
I would.
Right
If it
away.
was small and it's somewhere we,
Now I feel pressure now that all three of you want one. I don't know. Have to think about it, but consider it. For
There it
sure.
is. All right. Well, once Grant becomes 100%,
I'll do a poll.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
We have to get the
I'm
polls
pretty
out.
sure we already know what the response would be.
Last week we missed out on some polls. We need to put more polls up. Intern Mike, his
Yeah,
fault.
we need more. We need a lot more polls because we could have some really good Twitter polls here. No response. All right.
Same, I got a text from my mom saying no tattoos. I'm watching.
Oh, Mrs. McGrady,
Sorry, Mom.
come on. We met in L.A. We can get tattoos. Come on.
Thanks for the hats, by the way.
Thank you for the hats. We love them.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. We could get the tats on our face.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, no.
Like above the eyebrow. Second string sports.
Yeah,
Or other way
no.
around.
Yeah.
Inside your lip.
Oh God, those are the worst.
Right where
As
the
you
shoe
would know.
goes, you know?
Those are just so dumb. Like, why get a tattoo on your inside lip? No one's ever gonna see it.
I haven't understood that.
Inside of the lip tattoo hate coming strong.
Jake, what is currently being said to your mom?
I'm making the poll.
Oh, okay. You just ignored it. All right. Sorry about that.
Well, I mean, it's just sad because she's watching you. So, and now you just said that you ignored your mom.
I'm not ignoring. I just
apologizing
gotta
for
make
you.
I just got to make the poll for the fans. Sorry, Mom.
Fans come first. She only gave birth to you, but
Logan, were all the points added up or not? Or were
Now I got distracted.
okay?
I'm gonna have
We'll
to do it
it
at the end of the show, and then we can make it a finale.
Or-
Because
Okay.
we'll be more caught up.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, I don't think you really have to add them up too much. I think we all know who lost.
Jake lost.
Jake lost.
If you have the Raptors in the finals, yeah, you lost.
So, well, why don't we hash out those terms right now, because we never really finalized those. We just said Jake's gonna have to buy some drinks.
True.
But now we gotta finalize this. We got Louis here, the bet maker.
Wait. What do I got to do here?
Someone fill him in.
All right.
Yeah.
So we had a playoff prediction.
Okay.
Of from the very beginning of the NBA playoffs.
Starting with 16.
Down
to 2.
We had to guess on who would go all the way.
Okay.
And we also guessed the games. And if you guess the game right, it's 0.5. If you guess the game correctly, it's 1. Like the series number.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then overall, who was the winner? Boom.
All right. So there can only be one champion,
Exactly.
theoretically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so
you have 3 losers, and then you're going to have one
three
winner.
losers need to pay off to the champion.
Exactly.
That's the way I would scenario like this.
Ooh.
Yeah. Or
That's actually a lot better, because now I think it's down to me and Grant now.
I think it is too, because I had the
'Cause you had the
Spurs.
Spurs.
I had the Spurs and the Cavs, and Spurs winning.
We each had Warriors.
Obviously,
Yeah, we both had Warriors.
Spurs really let me down. I'll say that right now.
I think that didn't really need to be said, but yeah, okay. But you know what? You got to go with that. There's no shame in that.
There wasn't.
That's your team. They won 67.
Exactly.
It's
I
not
was
like
totally
you-
feeling it.
you know,
I think we had lunch, and I was like, I think it was going into Game 7 of the Thunder. I was like, I'm feeling pretty confident.
You can't not pick your team.
Exactly.
Not unless they're
Actually, I
Not
think it was
true.
Game 6.
when they're a 2 seed. You can't not pick your team.
Yeah, it would have been 6 because it
6.
didn't go 7.
Yeah, it was 6.
Yeah. No, there was some crazy stat that Popovich is something like 2-15 in closeout games, which is
Crazy.
You don't think about Popovich not being able to close out, you know?
You can't let Derek Fisher have a wide open shot with 0.4 seconds.
Hey.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, that's in a book.
That's
It's
just poor coaching.
That's in the book right there on coaching. Derek Fisher 0.4. Don't let him do it.
Yeah.
Don't let Matt Barnes near your kids.
God.
And there.
See, somehow
That's a safe rule to live by.
this is somehow gonna get back to Matt Barnes, and he's gonna find us, and he's gonna get really mad, which will be great for it'll be great content for the
I'd
show.
have Matt
Watch out,
Barnes
Jeff.
on the finale.
Jeff Lowe does not live at Jeff Lowe's mom's house yet. It's okay. He's
Hey,
safe.
To be
He's safe.
fair, Matt Barnes did used to live across the street from my high school when he was playing for the Lakers. He'd come out there like during lunchtime and he'd just stand on his balcony and look at everybody.
Were they actually? That's really weird.
He'd stand shirtless too, like he had shorts on, obviously.
Thankful.
Did people yell things at him? Probably.
Probably. I'm sure I said something like, "Hey, Matt Barnes, what's up?" Like something like that. Anyway, that's my cool Matt Barnes story.
Solid.
Always need some good Matt Barnes stories.
Okay. Is there a good eating challenge location in town?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
like
there's
if you go
several.
to Tommy's for breakfast or something like that.
There's the what's it? China Blue.
Yeah.
There's like the Lucky 7 chicken challenge where you can win like $1,000.
Okay.
It was like $5. It was up to like $5,000 a while
It's
ago.
at $5,000 now.
This is like last term.
So for anyone that doesn't know, it increases by a certain amount each month that it's not won. So
Yeah.
the winner, like if it hasn't been won for 5 months and you win, you get a ton of money.
I looked at it and I think I could do it.
Is that like a thing? Like
I've never heard
film.
about this.
It's literally like 7 pounds of chicken.
Yeah, and rice, and it's like all
I
this.
don't think it has rice.
I thought it
I
did.
thought it was just pure chicken.
Well, see, that's where I'm thinking maybe that's what you need to do for your payoff on the bet is that
Yeah.
the winner gets to sit there and watch the others give full effort in one of these eating challenges.
That'd be
Well-
crazy.
I think I could do it.
But if the loser of the bet wins the challenge, are they really the loser though?
I think we're all winners then.
That's
I
true.
think we're all winners then. Oh, and they have to pay it out.
I think it's like $30, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I'll.
But if you win, if you get like
and
$500,
if you get like $1,000,
I
yeah,
walked
whatever.
in there and they have the pictures on the wall of the highest winners and like the highest of all time. Someone won like $2,000.
Nice.
So
So
if
it's
it-
probably
if
not.
it
It's
hasn't-
probably not at $5,000 right now, but
No, if it hasn't, it's probably like 500. If it hasn't been won in a while, you're guaranteed a little payoff. I think Roxy Dogs has an eating challenge
I think
too.
they do. Yeah,
It's like
some with
100.
hot dogs.
You win like
but
$100.
Whatever.
This portion brought to you by the OSU Wellness Campaign.
Yeah.
Louis got us spiraled down on
Yeah, I know,
food
right?
challenge.
Sorry.
No, I like that idea. That's an
way to
intriguing
go.
thought.
Yeah, Tommy's has their big breakfast. It's either you finish it and you get a shirt, and if you don't, you got to pay for it.
We should all do an eating challenge, and then before the finale episode, we can talk about the outcome.
I'm down. Like, let's do it, guys.
Logan's silent.
Logan's extremely non-committal over there.
Yeah, Logan just.
I guess I can do it.
Those smirks are really good on radio, man.
Logan wants nothing to do with that.
Strong radio smirk.
Yeah.
What about Grant?
I don't think I'd be very good at it. I mean, I'm very small. I don't know.
What if you were just secretly the best?
Size matters not, man.
I mean, I can eat a lot for my size, but that's still not that much.
Well, Grant, to be fair, you're 6'4" when you stand on your heart.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Whoa.
that's a big heart.
Yeah. It's about a
Foot heart.
10-inch heart.
Oh, man. Well, we got 20 minutes left.
Yeah, I was scrolling through some. That's what I was distracted by. See if I can come up with any topics here, but it's kind of been striking out. So I think we've kind of touched up on a lot of stuff.
There's definitely something that we haven't touched on, I'm sure.
Find it.
I'll
bring
find
it to
it.
the table. Present it.
Just an update on the Second String Sports tattoo poll. 7 votes. 86% yes, 14% no.
Ooh, that.
Who's mom?
Just want to say who's
the mom?
No, my mom's not on Twitter, so
vote.
who's the no?
I didn't vote.
I didn't vote. So
I
said no.
voted yes.
I voted yes.
I was just going to see what it came out without us voting.
I was like, can I switch it to tramp stamp? But
Ooh, no. I'm going to go a hard no on that.
all right, just checking.
Not a tramp stamp.
Yeah. We'll send it to a PSA break, and we'll come back.
We'll wrap it up with
Finish it
a. We got about. We'll probably have another 5-minute segment here.
We can finish up talking about the finals.
True.
Keep it going.
True. All right, we're going to take a few PSA breaks here. You're listening to Second String Sports, rounding out the show. Just a little bit left. Thanks to you for listening thus far. Stay tuned. All right, Second String Sports. We're back to round out the last few minutes on the show here. We've had a pretty packed day. We covered the bases, little NBA Finals talk, little free agency talk, baseball.
Call it little lacrosse talk.
Little,
we talked about
youth
everything
lacrosse.
today.
We covered it all. We had a Marvin the Beaver Man, the super fan phone interview. We had Louie in the booth. Just a
It's one of our
an
better
all-around
shows.
show. It was a packed show.
We got some bets.
We got some bets going on. We got a Twitter poll. We got tattoos ideas flowing.
That's just the recap.
That's just the wild recap. Stay tuned for the YouTube episode. On the edge of your seats.
Gentlemen, I got to throw it out to you though. I mean, this is a culminating type of moment in your life, right?
Yeah,
It is.
You're wrapping it up. You've got maybe 10 days, couple weeks left in Corvallis.
It's about 8 days.
8 days until graduation.
8 days till graduation. We
wild.
if you're done after this over at the Student Experience Center, we'll be doing cap decorating, for your cap.
I already decorated my cap, and it's an American flag beaver sticker, and I'm just done. That's the only
That's
thing I'm
it?
putting on there.
All right,
Keeping it simple.
But I like it.
Yeah,
Kiss.
I'll probably just throw
Kiss.
I'm going to throw a Rip City sticker on mine.
me too.
That's a good one.
Rip City sticker on there.
So
Something.
yeah. But I mean, like, it's coming up, man.
Yeah,
you guys are going to be
right around the corner.
You're going to be alums.
wild.
You're going to be using the what's the new athletics department Netflix for tickets.
Squad.
Yeah, we need to do that.
We do need to do that.
We need to do that.
Yeah, one of our friends.
By the way,
already-
great
already did
idea
it.
by Beaver Athletics.
Yeah,
that
I
was
love
cool.
that idea.
That was cool.
Definitely coming up for every football game. So makes the most sense to just do that.
Yeah, I mean, $20 a month to get 6 games.
Yeah.
And basketball.
Yeah, and
Baseball.
baseball. That's You're already paying it back after.
And do you, have
Anything
to
you
pay, do you have to pay in July too?
I don't.
We have
think
a friend
so.
who's already done it. You can make a down payment to make your payments each month like even smaller. I would almost probably.
I'm
just
assuming it
pay
just
off-
starts up in fall, right? And then ends in the summer.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I don't think he's paid anything. He did the down payment. I would almost just pay the year. Like it's
Yeah, that's
$240
probably what I'd
bucks.
do.
Why not just pay it off?
Yeah, I'm assuming it just starts up in fall.
It better. but
But,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm excited for football
Cool
season.
idea.
We're for sure gonna be back. Jeff will be back for.
Yeah, we're gonna be back here as much as
weekend.
possible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So how do we end these these next 8 days? That's the thing. I don't think it's really hit a lot of people.
It hasn't hit.
It's starting to hit me because I had my last class yesterday.
Yeah,
That didn't even hit me. Like, I still feel like Monday. Well, I have a final Monday, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
But like
just the atmosphere.
Yeah, the atmosphere hasn't really hit me yet. I probably won't until like I'm graduate. Like done.
You're heading back.
It'll probably hit
packing everything
next
up,
week's
packing up the
episode.
room.
I think it's really going to hit after summer, honestly, because you're going to like work summer and then just not go back to anything.
Yeah,
You're so used to like having that break and then going back to school, and it's just going to, you're
Never
going to
end.
stay there.
That's
don't
why
know.
some of us still do this.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think that's really when it's going to hit me, because right now it feels exactly the same.
Truth.
So kind of crazy.
Well, what are kind of like the last things we have to do in Corvallis?
Man,
Because I feel like, combined, I'm sure we've probably done like pretty much everything.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like easily going to some of my favorite spots around town.
Yeah, we
It's-
should do that. I think we've all discussed here. Jeff doesn't have any finals.
No, I have
Right?
two,
When are they?
both on Wednesday.
Wait, what are finals again?
Okay, so
Yeah, you're thinking
Logan's
of
already
Logan.
graduated. So
Yeah,
I can fix that.
yes,
Yeah, true.
Evoke Logan's graduation. Send him back.
I'd be okay with it. I could stick around for a little while.
I don't know about that. I'm kind of ready to be done.
Yeah,
Like, hanging out with everybody, that part's really cool, but waking up for, 10 a.m. classes and
Now you got to wake
Now you gotta
for
wait.
8 a.m. works.
Yeah.
See, but I'm getting paid to do that. So that's a little different. Like I got way higher motivation.
true.
Yeah, I'm
and
getting
less
paid.
homework. Sunday
Yeah,
nights you
zero
don't have to
homework.
finish up that paper.
Have a Sunday fun day, watch the NFL.
And then you know what's going to happen though. Let me not to be Mr. Downer, but when you start getting up early to be at work at 8, your body clock shifts.
Yeah.
And then you start it's like 8:30 and you're on the couch going, man, I'm tired.
I already do that now. So
Yeah,
it's
you're
all
gonna be
good.
asleep at like 10:30.
That's okay with me.
You're gonna be like so glad for YouTube for Hulu, Netflix, or DVRs because you can watch that show that starts at 10 the next day.
Yep. I'm gonna wake up early, turn on Dan Patrick, get my day going, get a nice cup of coffee.
Speaking of
That'd be
DVRs,
Fight that LA traffic.
I'm just curious.
Hair's gonna start growing in your ears.
Oh,
It's gonna be awesome.
man.
Do you guys like recording sports events and then watching it later?
No.
Okay.
I despise
I can't do
I
it.
despise that.
Thank
Never
you.
do it.
I don't understand the people that actually enjoy doing it because I'm going to get somehow, some way that game
You'll
will
find
get
out.
spoiled.
And
I've tried to do that where like I know I'm gonna miss the start of a game
Yeah.
or something like that, and I try to record it and catch up. I can't do it.
Even if
'Cause mainly I just can't help myself. I'll probably go to Twitter or
It's 'cause
something.
you're
I got my
man.
phone and you get updates.
even if I'm 5 to 10 minutes behind on a game, it kills me.
I hate it. Because every now and then, I'll go up to Seattle. I got family up there. And my uncle, everyone, will go watch Seahawk games. And they'll wait 10, 15 minutes to start the game. And it bugs me. I want to watch that game live because that's the one appeal of sports. It really is the best live drama. It's unscripted and you don't know what's going to happen.
Yep.
We know the Golden State's gonna win.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Can we just fast forward?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to watch Golden State win though. The process of them beating Cleveland and physically ripping their hearts out and stomping on them.
Oh, man. Still the Cleveland hate is pouring out. How do you feel about, I'm just trying to think of more Cleveland references. How about was it the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I dig the Rock and Roll
How do
Hall
you
of
feel
Fame.
about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm a big rock and roll guy.
I know me and Jeff do share one mutual hate for Cleveland though.
Lay it on me.
Johnny.
Oh,
Giant football.
God.
Can I have my next week finale episode?
Yeah, you gotta
I'm
come
gonna
up-
script out a solid 10 to 15 minute multiple trash segment.
All right.
All right,
do it.
let's do it. That's good.
Good.
We love
Probably
trash
20
like
minutes
this.
actually. Yep.
We're gonna have some reappearances from people.
Yep. And anyone else who wants to throw in their trash as well.
Throw in the trash to the trash can.
The trash can is open.
I mean, this guy.
The more trash, the
This
merrier.
guy. Really? Jake?
Yeah, I'll bring in my game notes. We'll do some Stuttgart stuff.
All right. Well,
Jake.
that about wraps up the show today. We're spiraling down a weird tunnel right now.
We got 6 minutes. We can keep spiraling.
Well, not really. Just in case there's someone's behind us, so we always wrap up earlier.
I don't think there ever is anybody behind us.
Yeah.
We're seniors. Like Louis said, we got 8 days. We run this. We run this booth.
I don't think I quite said it like that.
Well, I more meant like we got 8 days.
That's right.
Louis is going to have to
You did say
establish
that.
new ways to get on radio next year.
Yeah, well, we can ask Louis. Louis, so what's your next plan for getting for the media stars of Oregon State? Give us the
prospects.
You're kind of the molder of talent.
Yeah,
here.
give us the 5-star prospects here. We got 4 stars. We got 3 stars.
You gotta start off with Josh Warden. Josh is your.
Oh yeah.
your
Josh has been molded into a 5-star prospect since day one.
Yeah, he kind of came in. He he had that raw material. He came in solid. Brendan Slaughter for a second-year kid's banging.
We love Brendan around here.
He's so enthusiastic.
It is.
He's an energetic little fella.
Yeah. And I had a good group. I had a good group this year. But
just not as good as us though, right?
Well, hold on. It's bringing up another question. Who was the better class, my class or Jake's class? Because out of ours, we had.
It was Jenna,
and James,
right? And
Matt Derhally
working in the NBA.
Big shoes to fill.
I think
But
we
then
kind of
Jake
win.
and Logan.
Solid group. Who else was in your group? It was like Sam Trunkett.
Yeah.
Holly Clausen. I know. John Bosworth. John never went down this media pathway, but John's like going to go. He's back in DC already. He's off dominating. You don't know him. You don't know him yet.
Don't know.
I don't think we know him.
We can throw Grant in there.
Yeah, I was never.
He was never in the class, but he counts.
I wish I would have been. So. Yeah, I'm not even talking to the mic, but I wish I would have been in the class.
If you had to pick your favorite student radio show to make your guest appearances on,
it's easily Croft. Epic.
Croft and Hart. I don't know, man. That's good times. Boone. I had a good time playing with Boone. Sprague. It's a legend. It's the family. You don't. That's like asking a parent which one of your children is your favorite.
Wait, how much time we got? Read him some Jarmal tweets.
Oh,
you have it pulled up still?
That's a good one.
Speaking of games,
We can get the email.
rapid fire.
Whose tweets?
We had a game last week with Drew Eubanks, and it was Jarmal tweets, real or fake?
All right.
It's stumped Drew.
All right, let's read some. All right, here we go. First one. When you find 4 boxes of goldfish that you hid from yourself at the beginning of the month with some smiley faces.
True or fake?
I'm going to go true.
Yep, true. That was a Jarmal tweet. And you keep in mind that these Jarmal tweets, we didn't go back very far. These are like a month or 2.
Yeah.
So
He barely scratched the surface.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Walking to class and saw a girl's face that looked like a pancake. Past the butter.
I'm going true.
No, that was actually fake.
That was on yours, Grant?
No. I think that was off Jake's brain.
Yeah, a lot of these are off Jake's brain if they're fake.
If not Jarmal, then Jake.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right.
That's context.
Somewhere out there in the world, a human being just got bleeped on by a regular ass bird.
Jake.
Nope, that's Jarmal.
That's-
That's Jarmal. All right. Oh, here we go. Here's a good one.
Batting 300 or 333.
Kevin.
Hall of Famer.
Kevin,
I got that on video.
Kevin Durant looks like a raisin.
No.
True, that's off Jake's head. All right. Yeah, Jake was good at this.
It was my passion.
Skills.
Damn, where are the fish sticks at?
Yeah.
Yep, that's a Jarmal tweet.
You know, he was in my office for an advising appointment spring term.
Really?
And so I got up and I walked past him to get a piece of paper and I said, "Hey man, try not to trip me."
That's funny.
That invoke a laugh.
He probably thought that was funny.
He did.
He's a great guy. He's really
he's
funny.
hilarious.
She looking at me like she want the cake with the cake emoji and the eye emoji.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah,
That was actually fake.
that was fake.
Yeah. We had a lot of fun making this game. If you can't tell.
Drew was stumped too. It was tough.
No, that's
All right, here we go. Last one. Every time I'm in a hallway full of people, I be thinking somebody gonna trip me. Hashtag stay paranoid.
Oh,
Yeah, this one's tough.
that's tough. I don't think he. Nah, that
It was.
it was
a Jarmal tweet.
self-effacement, man. That's awesome. That's good stuff.
Yeah, there was our second round of Jarmal tweets.
Wow.
We're gonna have to. We're cultivating a new round of that for next week. Whoever we have as a guest, by the way.
Yeah.
That's hashtagable, man.
Fun.
Yeah, hashtag Jarmal tweets.
Yeah.
Hashtag Jarmal
Probably
tweets.
the best game we've ever come up with. Also, one of the only games.
I
we've
say
ever come
I
up
say
with.
we try and get Jarmal on and play hashtag real Jarmal tweets with Jarmal.
Oh my god,
I think we could stump him.
I think we can.
Do it.
Long time ago.
that
we
actually
could
be a
dig up
really
some.
great episode.
He's around town.
He's gonna graduate. Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right,
We're
that
here.
wraps it up.
We've hit the noon.
Fun
Man,
time, boys. Fun time.
That's the first full 2-hour show we've gone in
Yeah,
a little bit.
been a while.
Been a
Jeff
while.
and I did one while you were gone.
That's true, actually. Yeah,
True.
Me, Nathan, and Grant did a full show.
Awesome. Who
Yeah.
sat in the seat?
Me.
Nice.
Yeah, it was Grant, Nathan.
I kept it
and then
warm
me.
for you.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah.
and warm. All right, that's wrapping it up. Thank you for listening.
Thank you,
can
Louie.
watch the podcast back of this show. Should be up later on our YouTube, Second String Sports. It's been a good show. Thank you,
Beavs.
Louie. Thank you, Marvin.
Thanks for having me, boys.
One more show next week for all,
The
you,
finale.
for all you diehards. Hopefully, probably a 3-hour show. So the finale,
tuned.
the grand finale, probably the greatest program in sports history next week. Stay tuned. Go Beavs. It's a hot one. Have a good weekend.
It's a hot.